A 700-ton crane in eastern Taiwan was no match for Super Typhoon Maggie's gale force winds. The storm made landfall Tuesday afternoon. Screams could be heard as Maggie tore scaffolding down from buildings standing in its way. One young woman struggled to retrieve her motorbike. As she fought the storm, she broke out in tears. The storm toppled houses and ripped rooftops off, forcing people to flee their homes. Typhoon Maggie is due to make landfall in China's Fujian and Guangdong provinces on Wednesday. Authorities have asked people to return their boats to port and stay ashore. Rescue relief teams are ready for deployment. Mainland residents are bracing for the worst. It was the strongest storm to hit China so far this year. It battered China's coastal towns and left at least 28 people dead. Many in Fujian are still recovering from Typhoon Miranti and fear they aren't prepared for another storm.
We have been up overnight and have used the wood boards to strengthen the window, but we're not sure if it is enough for this kind of typhoon.
Chinese authorities have allocated 220 million yuan, that's about $33 million in disaster relief for areas standing in the path of the typhoon. Jiang Shaoyi, CCTV.
And it could get worse today, we're told. Thousands of people now being evacuated from their homes in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Minnesota and Wisconsin could also see devastating floods. Matt Finn is live in our Chicago bureau.
99 counties under a state of emergency right now. Recent heavy rains causing the Cedar River and streams to engulf communities. That's 7 feet above the major flood stage and would be the second highest crest in the city's history. Many Iowans say they're getting good at prepping for flooding, but unfortunately, some have already lost the battle to Mother Nature. Prevented outright disaster, and river levels are not expected to hit the historic 2008 highs, but still, if the river hits 23 feet tomorrow morning.
Car. He was shot just after he left home.
Gunfire exploding at dawn in this upscale Houston neighborhood. Witnesses say a man armed with a laser-sighted rifle taking aim at the windshield of passing cars. A bullet missing this woman by inches.
All of a sudden, my windshield exploded.
Jennifer Melita's husband had just left for work when she heard his car screech to a halt.
He's screaming on the phone, "I'm hit, Jen, I'm hit."
Melita racing to find her husband, his cheek grazed.
The shooter was truly trying to kill.
9 people hit by bullets or flying glass. Police taking cover.
A group of construction workers before detonating a vest full of explosives. Hours later, another suicide bomber killed 6 people and wounded 21 others. In the western part of the city, a roadside...
Right now, 2 homemade bombs exploding just minutes apart in Germany. Those explosions happening in front of a mosque and also an international center. This happening just south of Berlin. Police believe that those attacks may be connected.
As Yeppoon are scratching their heads this morning. They're baffled after seeing a bright flash of light in the sky overnight. Let's get to the bottom of this mystery.
But it's amazing, actually, all the way up and down the coast, as you alluded to. It was a big stretch of the coast where this event was actually noticed. The story was remarkably similar. A flash of light in the sky. Some people then reported a bang or an explosion of some sort. And then the most common theme we've seen or heard is that houses were shaking and there was a real rumble in the ground. Certainly a bus driver I spoke to at the airport this morning, he said he was watching television here in Gladstone last night and he felt his house shake and heard things rumble. So something was definitely going on. Now, Australian scientists have definitely ruled out an earthquake because they did have one of those here, a minor tremor last year. Definitely not an earthquake. A German astrophysicist is suggesting it's definitely not a comet because of...
Until July, Norway was one of 32 European countries that required people to undergo irreversible sterilization before their gender change would be legally recognized. 10-year-old Anna is one of 9 children who have taken advantage of the new measure. It allows Norwegian children to self-identify as male or female with their parents' consent.
In some weeks, I'm going to have a new passport, and then it's going to say F, my name is Anna, and yeah. So that's going to be great.
So far, Norway has not refused a single gender application for an adult or child. There's no requirement for surgical or psychological intervention or approval. Legal officials say the process is simple.